And this is my battery life review on the Moto Z Force. This is exclusive to Verizon. We got to check out the battery life. Now, there's a 3500 milliamp hour battery. You guys can see 6:25 p.m. We at 100%. This is ready to go. So I'm going to use it heavy. I'm going to watch MLB baseball. I'm going to watch YouTube video as well. I'll probably, play around with the JBL speaker. Not too much because that has its own battery. The screen is about 40%. I'm going to keep it right around that area. And I'm going to use it how I normally would use a phone. But we expect this phone to be one of the longest lasting phones because it has a big battery. Quad HD display. We'll see how this drains the battery. So pretty much with that, guys, let's continue. All right, guys, we're here on the highway, and hey, it's about 10:30. I watched the whole Met game, and they lost again. And going through social networks, stuff like that, and we have it around baseball game from 100% down to 73%, and now we at 69%, and we're keeping it moving. All right, guys, so right now it is 12:36. We're at 51% battery life, you guys can see, and we've been running. Like I said, watch the Met game, listen to some YouTube video. I paired up the Moto 360 to the phone. Did a lot of stuff. Battery life 51%. It's going a little bit faster than I thought, but we're halfway through the night. We started at around 6:22. Let's call it 6:30, and we're still running. So about 6 hours in, and we're gonna continue with this battery life review. Alright, guys, in the casino, just wasting some time playing some games. We can check out the battery life. So 2:47 a.m. We've been going since 6:22. So basically we've reached around 8 hours, and it's 39%, and the battery's running pretty good. So let's see where we are. All right, so it's 5:04, and we're at 24% of battery life. We're still going. All right, so we're at 6:35 a.m. and you can see battery life is in the red, 11%, and we're still running. So I was listening, since Verizon, they don't have unlimited service. So I downloaded a couple of podcasts for me to listen to, because I always listen to some type of podcast at night. So I wasn't using data for that. Stitcher podcast for that. Watch a couple of videos in Wi-Fi. I was able to get Wi-Fi, so I'm not really using much data. But you can see it's 4G LTE, at least in this location. So the phone is running. We're over 12 hours in. Everything's looking pretty good when it comes to battery life. And let me just show you guys the on-screen time. It's saying on-screen time 6 hours 48 minutes. Now, granted, I watched about a 3-hour game. Let me continue to take some more pictures whenever the sun decides to come out. All right, so pretty much it's over. Just finished listening to a podcast. Finally, we're at the end to this battery life review. 8:02 in the morning. We started 6:22 p.m. So almost 14 hours in, and 4% left in battery life. Let's take a look at the screen on time. Now, I kept a good eye on the screen on time. It's correct. After really checking it out, because I listened to that podcast with the screen off, because I got YouTube Red, and 6 hours 56 minutes screen on time is absolutely correct. So let's probably just call that 7 hours. I watched a baseball game. I listened to Stitcher. I watched YouTube, a couple of YouTube videos. I listened to two whole podcasts. Used Bluetooth headphones. Used wired headphones, as you guys can see. Pretty much did the whole thing that I would normally do with a phone. And this phone survived and did pretty well. About just under 14 hours. So pretty much with that, we'll see you in the next one. Battery life is on point on the Moto Z Force.